Houston serial killer, yo man, panty wearer. Let's go.
So far this year, 13 bodies have been discovered in Houston bayous. 4 of them were found this week alone. The body of missing 20-year-old University of Houston student Jade McKissick was found along Bray's Bayou.
Others were recovered near Greens Bayou, White Oak Bayou, and Buffalo Bayou. As Houston police investigate these cases, Fox 26's Julian Hartman spoke with a local constable who says this spike is unusual.
Several bodies have been recovered in the bayous in just 1 week. So in your experience, 4 bodies in 1 week, is that unusual?
Yes, usually yes. They could be correctional officers too. A lot of times they like to work in the prisons. Women that have pen pals, serial killers.
Don't find 4 bodies in the bayou in a week.
Does this raise any red flags for law enforcement?
Yeah, I mean, I think clearly
I actually been over there before.
Bodies starting to show up in bayous, it's always a concern for us because we obviously got to determine how the bodies got there, what was the cause of death, was it foul play, was it suicide, was it an accident, kind of what the circumstances were that caused the death of the person. So I'm sure the Houston Police Department is well underway of trying to determine the cause of death and taking the appropriate necessary investigative leads to go and solve the case.
You can understand a lot of people have questions, they have concerns after hearing this news this week. A lot of people are making assumptions about these discoveries.
I think it's a bad idea to make assumptions about anything because it's too early in the investigation to determine what took place. That's why we have
Azrael says, Anton, that's near where you took your walks when you were here. Yeah, I know. I remember exactly that exact spot. Were they recording? I remember being in Houston at that exact spot where I used to take my walks, and I used to go over there in Houston. I'm familiar with what y'all got going on in y'all city. I be knowing y'all city. Don't think I'm just a country bumpkin or something like that. I know y'all city.
An Institute of Forensic Sciences that will do autopsies on these bodies and determine the cause of death. And the Houston Police Department is very capable of doing a great investigation on these matters. So from our perspective, don't rush to any conclusions. Don't speculate.
What you mean don't speculate? Y'all got a serial killer on the loose. What you talking
law
about?
Enforcement do what law enforcement does, and we'll hopefully we'll have some answers.
A lot of people use these trails. What's your advice to folks that like to walk, bike, or run along the bayous?
I mean, you have to be aware of your surroundings. That's the single biggest thing. Stay in well-lit areas if you're going to run at night. Run with a friend, run with a family member, run with somebody that you trust. If you're running alone and you have earbuds in, take one out, leave one out the whole time so you can ensure that if anybody's coming near you or walking up on you, that you will hear them.
What did I tell y'all a while ago when I said that women wasn't safe? What did I tell y'all a while ago when I said women wasn't safe out here in these streets? How many more times do I have to emphasize that y'all are not safe in these streets? That people are hunting you. There are people that y'all pass every single day. Every single day that watch your routine. They study your social media. Do y'all know that there's people that look at y'all social media and jerk off to y'all? Do y'all know that it is people that get off on your social media profile? I said that 4 lives ago. I keep telling y'all that it's not safe out here. Go out in pairs. Stop thinking that you so independent. You are not independent. You are interdependent. You're not safe. You're not safe. You are not safe. You go out there jogging at night. You keep posting your whereabouts on social media. But you don't think that that same dude that keep on saying, "What's up, queen?" Or he be the first one to like your stuff every time you just so happen to go live, or every time you post a story, he just so happy follow you on every single platform. You just think you popping. No, you prey. You're prey. You are prey. You're 100% prey.
Bodies in the bayou, it is a term that we have heard here in Houston many times in the past, but not like we have.
That's why when we were on after hours at one time, and Gaz was in the chat, man, I'm telling you, bro, I think everybody is weird. We was in a chat on after hours. Tell me if some of y'all remember this live stream that I did. So we was on after hours, and I said somehow it had came up, like people was in the chat. And they said something like, man, everybody look at people and undress them with their eyes and try to imagine what they look like naked. And I was like, no, they don't. No, I don't do that. And this is the shaming tactic that people usually use. Oh, you think you better than everybody else. Anton always got to be right. No, I don't undress people with my eyes when I meet women. I'm normal. That is normal. And then I've seen a bunch of people in the chat. Yeah, dog, that's normal. You the weird one. No, I'm not weird. Y'all serial killers. Y'all serial killers. I was like, that honestly, honest to God, that bothered me, bro. That bothered me. Everybody was trying to convince me that I'm crazy. When people try to convince me, no, man, it's okay to talk to chicks that was 16, 17 years old. It's legal in this state, or they just about to graduate. As soon as she turned 18, I'm on her. Like, nigga, that's not, what? Nigga, you a serial killer. By the way, everybody's serial killers that do stuff like that, in my opinion. You a serial killer, bro. You're a serial killer. The first time you meet a chick, if you think that she decent looking, you undressing her with your ass, man, that's weird, bro. That's weird. The first time that you meet a person, you're not able to focus on nothing except for the imaginary clothes removal. I don't know, man. I'm not going, bro. I'm just not going. I can't. I just can't, bro. That's crazy.
Week.
Yes, 5 bodies have been discovered in our city's bayous over the last week. 2 Investigates Mario Diaz is in downtown Houston examining any potential connections.
This popped up on social media over the weekend, and the frequency in terms of the number of deaths that have taken place over the last week has many asking questions.
Houston's a big city, but for that number of people, even in a city as large as us, that number's concerning, to say the least.
Indeed, 5 bodies discovered over the last week alone, including that of a missing University of Houston student found last Thursday. The cause of her death still under investigation, according to HPD. Had you ever heard of deaths in the bayou really before last week?
Not as frequent, no. It's hard not to hear about it since there's been many deaths, bodies found.
Over a dozen this year. Mayor John Whitmire tells 2 Investigates HPD has clearly informed him that none are connected.
So I'm firmly of the...
So wait a minute. You telling me that people just killing women in Houston? Because see, I would be less concerned if it was just one person. You telling me you got multiple buddy dumpers in the bayou in Houston and dudes is just killing chicks and throwing them in the river? Hold on. I must have heard that wrong.
Found.
Over a dozen this year. Mayor John Whitmire tells 2 Investigates HPD has clearly informed him that none are connected.
What the heck is going on, bro? What's happening in Houston? All right, no more meetups in Houston until they catch all of these serial killers. Until y'all make an announcement that they catch all the serial killers, no more meetups in Houston.
So I'm firmly of the opinion that if this was the work of a serial killer, that local law enforcement would be on top of it. And
so local law enforcement is not on top of all the rest of the bodies? What the fuck is going on, bro?
They would be sending out warnings.
Tim Miller of Texas EquiSearch knows Houston bayous better than most.
As many searches as I've done, Mario, I've never seen this many in one 1 week in the bios. What's happened?
Connie said bodies found doesn't equal murder. Bodies found in the bayou don't equal murder. All of them. Okay. All right. Hey, if it's good for y'all, it's good for me. Who am I? I don't live in Houston.
Is leaving everybody with a huge question mark.
Once again, important to note, the mayor telling me that all the deaths along the bayous of Houston here this year, HPD tells him they have seen no connections to one case or another. The mayor also adding it is simply too much to have one death along the bayous in Houston. In downtown, Mario D.
So how many bodies did y'all have to find in the bayous of Houston in order for it to actually be? Y'all don't think y'all got it serious? Y'all better be careful. Y'all gotta be careful. Listen, God bless y'all. I hope y'all careful. I hope that work out for y'all. No more meetups in the meantime. We're going to go everywhere else around Texas. Maybe we'll head to Dallas. Maybe we'll go to San Antonio, Austin. I don't know. Jesus Christ. What is going on out here? Let me read some of these super chats, bro. How did they die if they wasn't murdered? And has everybody got the same idea to go down to the bayou?